The numbers have been getting worse over time, right? I mean, 10 years ago, it was only 4 states that had more than half their populations, the school children populations, qualify for free or reduced lunches. Now it's 21 states.
And education does play a role. Being poor and having proper education does play a role, but I think we live in America where you're given the opportunities and the resources to excel, and it's just up to you to be self-reliant and set expectations for yourself. And there's really no excuse for that.
It's bad. Poverty is bad for education.
That's good.
I don't really think so a lot of times. I mean, I know just with the way things are with testing requirements, I think way too much money is spent on testing. That's not really a school thing though, I think that's more of a county, state thing, but I think the money would be better spent elsewhere.
It depends on which. From elementary school to high school, I don't think teachers are paid enough because a lot of them go out and buy their own resources for the children. For college, there's a lot of financial support, which is beneficial for most people that are living in poverty and other areas. There's a lot of scholarships so that those who are smart and intelligent gain those benefits and have an opportunity at an education.
I think for my school, I can speak for BCC that they did. They made sure that we had enough books, computers, and classrooms for every single student. Considering the fact that we are a large community for my class, it was over 300 students. They made sure really hard to provide for every single student's needs. So yeah.
In College Park, the students are actually hired to teach other students, known as TAs. And they're paid for it too. They're paid for their time and services. So in that regard, yes, I think so.
I mean, I was just talking to my 9th graders about the last essay they wrote, and of the 50 9th graders I teach, one came and talked to me outside of class about it and asked for help. And I don't know how many went to NHS tutoring, but I doubt it was more than the one.
Does anyone check on you at home and make sure you are doing what has to be done?
When I was a kid, yes, but I'm 22 years old, so no.
Oh, it depends. I mean, if your parents are smart, then yeah, you get assistance, but if not, if they work like average jobs and they have no idea what you're studying, then no, I don't think they can help you.
I talked with one kindergarten teacher, a veteran teacher from New Mexico. She teaches in downtown Albuquerque, and she told me that the first hour of her morning, she does an inventory to check her kids. Have they eaten? Are they clean?
My mother graduated from college, and my father did. My mother graduated in political science and economy, and my father graduated from, I think, communications.
Pacquiao is just a fantastic boxer. I just wish I know some of his athleticism.
My parents are great role models. My dad graduated from college and he has a stable job, stable relationship with my mom, so it's a good role model, as good as it is.
Jesus was very nice, so I like that part. You see, I don't have just one role model and then you just take everything from that one role model. It's just...
It would be my grandfather, no doubt. I can say that unequivocally. He was a man who taught English, or sorry, he taught music. He loved music. And I remember going to his classrooms when I was 5 years old and meeting the students that he's impacted. When he died, there was 500 people in his funeral. The reason why he's my role model is because he elicited a really important lesson in my life, which is do what you love and die doing it.
No, actually, I think the technology in schools is keeping up to pace. I know a lot of schools are using Apple computers and whatnot. And for College Park, the students are given access to a wide variety of resources.
Yeah, of course, better technology means better learning. Technology serves to help us understand. So, for instance, if you had observatories or something, if you had that, you could better understand the sky than if you saw it on a map in a book. Okay.
We should invest in our teachers. Going back to the metaphor of spraying perfume on a casket, it doesn't help to shove books and computers down students' throats.
If students don't get the material, it's a lot on them to figure it out any way they can, either using the internet or other students, or going in on office hours or TA's hours and talking to them. So it's up to the students to help themselves.
I think there's, because I think that you should not just throw teachers at students and then thinking more teachers means more, success. I think it should just be. Said a main focus, not the main focus. It is a main focus, yes. So is surviving.
I said it doesn't matter. In the end, it doesn't matter, but they do play a role. In reality, they do play a role. If you're poor, you're most likely not going to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Statistics are there, but it shouldn't factor into personal success or personal happiness.
Do you get enough sleep?
No, never enough sleep.
Why?
The curriculum for electrical engineers is very challenging. It requires a lot of homework and projects, most of which make me spend most of my days at home, alone, by myself. Next question.
Is school a main focus for you?
Yes, I believe education is a very important part of life. Actually, I think it's a sort of a blessing and a curse. The more educated you become, the more you realize how everything works around you, and sort of simpler everything gets, but in the same way, you could just ignore it all and just be happy. That works too, so...
I sleep when I'm tired and I wake up when I'm not tired. So that if I'm working on an assignment and it's getting late, I just go to sleep and take the 0. I should be more prepared. That's on me. So I'm usually always well rested.
The kid who's living with a father who's at the 1%. I mean, I just can't see him appreciating life and working for it. I think for him it's just a push of a button. But I think I don't know. I think the guy, the son of the gangster, has more going against him, and it's just proving them wrong. I mean, I think that's a great fuel for success.
The 1%er, because you look at the statistics, how many
screwed that one.
hood kids are coming out of the hood and going to Ivy League schools versus how many of them are ending up in prisons and in cemeteries.
The rich kid, he could live off his parents' money for his whole life, never get anything done. Would he be successful? No. Would he be happy? Maybe. I don't know. He could like really enjoy doing nothing, just party all day, whatnot. The gangster, he's not gonna have. Well, same thing. He could just be a bum, live the same life. The thing is, the environment's different. The person who is in the wealthy family is surrounded by wealthy people and people that have been successful in their lives. All around him, wherever he looks, he's going to be learning that kind of behavior that caused them to be successful themselves. The impoverished person, all around him, it's going to be the opposite. People that tried to succeed but failed, or there were instances or circumstances that caused them to fail. But that won't stop him from succeeding or failing. It will all depend on his attitude towards the environment. Like the impoverished person, he could be like, screw all these people, I'm gonna be the one person that makes it. And he could turn that negative into a positive, and like that could fuel him to become better. And we need to, like, we're trying to help those people, or those are the kind of people that will benefit the most from financial support.
Education also teaches you the value of discipline. That the greatest rewards come not from instant gratification, but from sustained effort and from hard work. This is a lesson that's especially true today in a culture that prizes flash over substance, that tells us that the goal in life is to be entertained, that says you can be famous just for being famous. May you get on a reality show, don't know what you've done, suddenly you're famous. But that's not going to lead to lasting, sustained achievement. And finally, with the right education, both at home and at school, you can learn how to be a better human being. For when you read a great story, or you learn about an important moment in history, it helps you imagine what it would be like to walk in somebody else's shoes, to know their struggles. The success of our economy will depend on your skills, but the success of our community will depend on your ability to follow the golden rule, to treat others as you would like to be treated.
Is there
Attention, pizza is now on sale.
I need James's answer, not Kyle's, okay? James.
You said
James.
we need more McDonald's cashews? That's a pipeline right there. If you're poor, there you go.